Resarpado, boludo. ¿Qué onda, chabón? ¿Qué mierda es eso, boludo? ¿Lo grabé?
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, we got a special report for you. I'm with my brother Brent. We just wanted to get to the UFO sightings. That's why we just opened it up. Guys, I want to get your thoughts. What was captured in Colombia? That's why we're asking everybody around the world, because right now we're looking at something that is unexplained. A cigar-shaped craft just hovering across the sky, and then it just kind of disappears behind the tree line. We're looking at this very closely. At first, I was thinking maybe this is CGI, but after further inspection, we're deeming this video authentic. Right now, we believe whatever is being captured within the camera lens is actually there. Now, the question is this some kind of possible balloon or drone that we're not aware of? This is a possibility. But again, out in the region, in the middle of nowhere in Colombia, this appears. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, Blake, this is wild stuff. I like the way we see distance as it passes between the treetops there. It gives kind of a scale of how big this thing is. This craft seems to be just cruising at maybe about 80 to 90 feet above the ground there. As it just kind of traverses, it doesn't seem to wobble or move in any way. It seems to have its course all set. I don't see a drone pushing this. If this could be maybe a banner, all we're seeing is this big object. I'm going to estimate the size is maybe about 60 to 70 feet in length, just moving along. I've never seen anything like this before. This is curious.
Some people might speculate that this is some kind of magic carpet, but again, it's interesting. Could this be military, some kind of new stealth drone that is hovering around there without any kind of sound or means of propulsion? This is kind of interesting stuff here, and that's why we're showing it to you, captured in broad daylight. And people have also seen these kind of cigar-shaped luminescent crafts around the world as well. We're looking at stuff from the ISS, other regions around the world. Popocatépetl is a really hot spot for these kind of UFOs. Is there a relation to what we're seeing in the Colombia daylight footage? That's incredible stuff. Now, guys, we've got more videos for you, so let's just get to it. Give us a big thumbs up if you're enjoying the breaking UFO news. Watch this closely.
What the fuck is that? Like, look, there's a plane. There's a plane because we have an airport here, like to the left, to the right of me. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That's right. What the heck is it? You know, we have something just hovering in the sky. Again, another broad daylight sighting of the typical flying disc metallic saucer. Is this the sports model, as Bob Lazar might state? Again, we're not seeing any kind of manipulation. We believe this video is authentic. That's why we're sharing it with you. Everything matches up with the opticals and the dynamics of the camera. We see a plane in close proximity to this craft. Is it observing it? Is the question as well. Again, really close proximity, but I don't really see any threat in this video. It seems that whatever this craft is, it got the attention of this airplane. But again, it's just an observable right now, in my opinion. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I want to thank Jaime Maussan for allowing us to share these videos to you. He's the one that kind of gave us a heads up on what's going down right here in Colombia, this event. This is kind of breaking the news. I've been seeing it in the past couple days, kind of catching legs, and I'm glad we're sharing it right here with you at Third Phase. You know what, Blake? I'm looking at that plane, and if I take a guess right now, I bet this thing's doing circles, observing whatever this craft is. This one's very unique. You can see when we get a close-up that this thing has sharp edges. The points of this craft at the left to right of it seem very sharp, not typical to a balloon. So what we're looking at almost looks metallic, in my opinion. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now and getting my mind wrapped around it. And again, no means of propulsion, no propeller blades or any kind of thrust coming from underneath it, and it seems very stable in the sky. Again, reconnaissance missions around this craft is possibly what Brent was referring to. Maybe there is some kind of surveillance on this craft. Look at this thing. Again, just hanging there. And I would have to say probably maybe 30 to 50 feet in diameter. Definitely enough to have some occupants within it. Now, more UFO videos coming in from Colombia. What's up with Colombia? 3 videos in a row. They're just lighting up all over the world, these kind of craft. Again, just more footage that is definitely making the rounds over there in Colombia. People are kind of wondering, why now? Why the activity? And I'm wondering as well, guys, do you have any ideas in the chat or in the comments why Colombia is such a hot spot for UFO activity, especially these kind of shaped craft? And again, some people might speculate that these are hot air balloons designed to look like a UFO, but as we're looking at this one, again, that was just captured earlier this week out of Colombia, this is something of a dynamic, a structure that doesn't resemble any kind of hot air balloon that I'm seeing around. This is very peculiar stuff here.
Yeah, Blake, including the mass sightings from around Colombia and that whole area. It's kind of prevalent, and it's happening in real time, and we're receiving them pretty much on a weekly basis. These kind of UFOs that match up to what we're looking at here. I'm believing this is something, a mystery. Let's just say that. This is definitely a mystery that we need to solve, and I'm glad we're sharing it right here with you guys. Thanks.
Absolutely. We've been on the road for over 2 months, traversing across from Hawaii all the way to the East Coast, Maryland, and made it to Washington, D.C., among many other places, working on our new documentary, the follow-up to Above Top Secret. And right now, we're excited about that. So we're glad to be back home, bringing you the news. Now, we've got Goof on, who's been looking over some of our videos in the Third Phase of Moon archive. He's got some opinions on them. Take a look at this.
Here we have an object that popped up on that satellite that looks at the sun and different versions of it. And this thing popped up, and it looks like a winged creature. You could see, I'm telling you, if this is a biological entity near the sun, it is enormous. Enormous. That looks like a bird. You could even see a beak, eyes. I know it's probably pareidolia, but it's got a body to it. You can see the dark version right there. 2 wings, one out there. You see that? I mean, it's bizarre. And the wings look like they're probably the same size. Could this be a craft? Maybe the sun is like a portal. People have said that for ages. I'm not one really to buy into that, but hey, I don't know. Why do they go around volcanoes? Why do we have USOs? Why are they seen on the moon? So is it that far-fetched that the sun could be some sort of portal? Maybe that's the key to traveling. Who knows?
Nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam! What is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
William, he explains he was off the coast of North Carolina, off the Swan Quarters, and he was traveling on a ferry. A strange formation of lights. What are we looking at? Some kind of military exercise or something otherworldly? Right now, I want to get your guys' opinions as we roll over the evidence that has just come into Third Phase Moon. Brett, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, it's a great capture. I like the way William basically states they're in the middle of nowhere. What could have caused these formation of lights? They basically popped up out of nowhere. We've seen these kind of things happen before. Could this just be a regular exercise of military flares? But then again, I asked myself, what dropped them?
You're right, Brett. No indication of any kind of aviation dropping off these flares, if that's what indeed they are. And the remote location, you would see maybe some kind of ships, vessels on the ocean that are launching this. But at the moment, we don't see any indicators of where the origin of these lights actually came from. So the question is, what are they?
This is a classic, one of my favorite sightings, only because of how it was shot, where it was shot. I mean, you hear a guy excited because he knows it's really strange to see lights like this in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. And I think, if I recall correctly, they said they're on a ferry and that's off the coast of North Carolina, which would be the Gulf of Mexico. Yes, there are military bases, of course, all up and down the East Coast. It doesn't surprise me that we would think flares, but I don't see any airplanes in the vicinity that are dropping off flares or in the area. Usually you would see a flashing lights, but it's not. We're not really getting a steady look at the lights. This guy's looking all over trying to show us that there's nothing around, which makes me think that this might be flares. And this is something that the military would do in a desolate part of the ocean or the Gulf. But it is a classic. It's unreal. Nobody knows to this day what it is, and we'll never know. But pretty awesome, I think.
Olha, agora ficou bastante embaixo. Você consegue filmar tanto tempo?
Isso aqui filma horas. Não, já tá aí uns 10 minutos.
Mas aí não dá pra ver quando cai embaixo, né?
Dá?
So we're getting a closer look at whatever this object is, darting from left to right, blinking in and out of existence. Captured in Sao Paulo, Brazil. You could hear the family and even the canine, the dogs barking in the background, whining. Seems like the dog's sensing things. Look at this thing bouncing back and forth, static in one place and then in another in a blink of an eye. What are we looking at? This is incredible footage, and I'm glad people across the country and the planet are sharing videos. This is pretty good stuff, Brent. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I was blown away by that move right there. Did he see it? It just darted with extreme speeds. I've never seen anything like it on video. We've seen this in person, Blake and I, on the North Shore of Oahu when we're 10 years old, of this bright light that could move at the speed of light, as you could say. This thing was moving too fast to be conventional. What is this thing? Look at the immensity of light that's pulsating from this thing. Is it trying to give us some sort of message?
You know, we're just letting it roll raw, looking at it a second time, enhanced a bit. We blew it up so we could get a better close look. You can see some kind of like red light indicating at the end of the blink, almost in a high density of a light, but it's cool because it seems like it's zooming away real fast and then comes back into frame, like it's going back and forth in a weird manner. This is define any kind of drone or aircraft that I'm aware of. Look at this thing. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, did you see it? It's just shooting back and forth. Guys, you gotta share this video on your major social media. If you got any kind of following, friends, you got to share this now. I'm supplying the link right now in this live premiere. Brent, look at this thing. It's, again, remains in different places at about the same time. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I thought this was right in the beginning. Watching this video, I thought it was just going to be a light just kind of blinking on and off. But man, the performance and the maneuvers, the meta propulsion behind this craft is outstanding. I'm going to ask one question. Could this be maybe somebody doing a reflection upon a mirror, creating this illusion? I'm not going to rule that out, but from what I'm seeing here, this seems to be the real deal. I like the people on the ground. You can hear their excitement. They're confused of what they're looking at. And the dog, again, dogs don't lie.
Uns 10 minutos.
I'm not ashamed to say that I believe this is my favorite sighting of the year. And the reason for that is it's really strange. I see a craft here that looks like it's Morse code, or it's flashing in a sequence that has a message hidden behind it, or it's just flashing for another reason I can't think of. Is it powering up, or is it getting ready to do something? Is it spinning? Is it high energy? Is it filled with mercury and it's spinning around so fast it's just starting to power up? And then you start to see big flashes, and it looks like it's replicating itself and shooting other objects out of it. Well, it is. These objects are shooting out of this object and going behind that ridge or whatever that black area is. I'd like to see what the daytime of this area looks like. This is one of those sightings that I think is a military / UFO. Look at that. That is unreal. And they looked like they were flashing at the same exact time. So when that one craft was released out of it, it too flashed in sequence with the craft that just stays in that spot. It looks like it's going to do it again. See what happens here. Now it's starting to get bigger. It looks like brighter. Not bigger, but brighter. It looks very tiny. It looks really pinpoint tiny. And then it gets very bright, which makes it look bigger. I wonder if that's in space. Watch, watch. Here we go. This is so weird. It's gonna start shooting it out a couple of times, I think. If you have any idea what this is, put your comment in the chat room. Definitely put it in the comment section. Watch. Okay, so they don't, that time it didn't look like they were flashing in sequence as if they were connected that way. Here it's going to do it again, I believe. See, this is the stuff I expected to see when the people in the mainstream media were talking. This is what I thought I would see. Stuff like this. Stuff that really doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand this, but it's phenomenal. Wow. It really, wow. It's like watching a thunderstorm. It's so unpredictably bright. I don't know. There's something about this that just intrigues me. Could it be a reflection in a window? I really don't know. Guys, if you know, let me know in the comment section. Let's get to the moon.
What's going to happen? Something wonderful. I understand how you feel. You see, it's all very clear to me now. The whole thing.
You're going to see something shoots out very quickly. And could it be coming from the lunar surface? We're watching this video and we wanted to show it to you in different positions so you can get a close look. Do you see this? There it is. We're going to get a closer look and play it one more time. And if you could see this object shooting off the lunar surface, it appears to be something that shouldn't be there. And it was captured by an amateur astronomer. We get a lot of videos and photos by amateur astronomers all over the world. And let me tell you, without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you some of these incredible images. We've got a lot of evidence coming up, but I want to get Brent's opinion. What do you make of this?
Yeah, this is great and compelling footage. You can see that this is actually, in my opinion, coming from the surface of the moon. If you look closely, when you see this thing eject from that kind of hot spot there, it doesn't come in from anywhere else but that position.
Yeah, you can see by the video that it isn't streaking from right to left. It's actually coming out, appearing right from the crater of the lunar surface itself. Or could this be some kind of optical illusion? We're going to let you decide exactly what you think's going on in the video, but we think this is compelling evidence and the mystery continues.
All right, so we know NASA, never a straight answer, right? I'm pretty sure that what we're going to see here is legitimate. And you're going to see a UFO come out of the moon. Watch. That came out of the moon. Or, because I don't see it coming from another, like before that point of where it originates. I don't see it leading up to that point. It comes out of that white area of the moon. This is wild. Look, there's been flashes on the moon that we have never seen anything like it. We're going back to the moon. China was just up on the moon earlier in the year. Something might be happening on the moon, and I think it's extraterrestrial. We don't have anything like that we know of. Are we looking at SSP? Might be. Oh wait, now we got one more. Check this out. This is unreal.
Unless there's some kind of civilization from long ago that possibly could have built these megastructures that we're looking at right now. Is there some kind of ancient civilization captured within these photos?
Yeah, I was listening to Linda Moulton Howe recently, and she said that the moon is actually a living machine. Could it be?
Yeah, some people are speculating that the moon could be even hollow, that it rings like a bell. A lot of speculation out there. We're giving you the evidence. We're showing you photographs. We're leaving it up to you to decide. You should share this video with your friends. Get their opinions.
Well, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? A pyramid on the moon that looks like a pyramid on the moon. Look at that thing. I mean, I could just stare at that thing for hours and just keep telling myself, that's a pyramid, that's a pyramid. It's wild stuff. It's the moon. I thought I would add these moon classics in here for you because why not?
I want to thank Goofon for his opinions and his enhancements of the Third Phase of Moon UFO archive. It really means a lot. Everybody, go take a look at Goofon's channel. We'll be supplying the original link below. And we want to thank you, everybody who joined us tonight. What a rocking chat room tonight. And we're happy to be back here in Hawaii getting the job done. So you're going to be seeing a lot more Third Phase Moon videos in a rapid rate that you haven't seen in a long, long time. Along with my brother Brent, Blake Cousins, we'll see everybody next time.